Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Football Stooges. Our apologies for missing last week. Sadly, my computer decided to bite the dust, had to do a couple repairs, but she's in the new case. She's doing great now. So we're back to giving you weekly football content. Luckily, there wasn't a ton that we missed. There was a break in the XFL schedule before their Super Bowl or their championship, which had an interesting turn that we'll get into, and I'm sure you're all interested to hear about. But then we'll cover 2 weeks of USFL. Yeah, says the DC fan. Uh-oh, spoilers. But we'll take a look at the past 2 weeks of USFL and the week coming above that, as well as some of the signings out of the XFL to see if Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's, kind of plan to get a lot of these guys jobs coming up. And then we'll also take a look at the NFL schedule as that has been released, and we'll see how many times we have to watch this dumbass motherfucker play in primetime, because we didn't learn from last year, Roger Goodell, you fucking asshole. So anyway, yeah, this is the Football Stooges. This is the stupidest, shittiest, dumbassiest way to cover football, and I cannot do it myself. As always, I have 4 other compatriots in stupidity following me, and probably also alcohol. And the one and only Philly fan himself never missed a single episode and never is going to plan to. Already has changed flights to not miss episodes. The one and only Macedon.
I'm not the one that changed flights. That was my job.
we can twist it. We can twist it, you know.
Yeah. Also, I don't know who shot the bed worse in the past 2 weeks. DC and the XFL, your computer, the Boston Bruins, or the 76ers.
Speaking of a fan of most of his
every team I support.
Your fucking Celtics won.
Oh, did they win tonight? No, they didn't.
Yeah, and then, and then we lost.
They lost game 1 against a Heat team without Tyler Hero and without Victor Oladipo.
I'm saying the 76ers series. That's why I said the Sixers shitting the bed.
I mean, yeah. Anyway, to get his reaction, the one and only Boston fan of all of their sports and their choking, it's KDF.
Not all their sports. The Bruins are dead to me. I've already said that.
Yeah, I think when I might actually commission Muzzy to make 2 more of these little comics above us. As you can see, there's me, Mamba, and Macedon. I went to make Gorlami's just a copy of Squidward when he had the fork stuck in his throat, but it's KDF.
All right, fuck you.
And then I think I'll have Gorlami either looking like this or sleeping, one of the two. Anyway, here he is, the cheesehead himself, rocking I gotta say, I love that helmet. I love the nose guard. Big O-line fan here. The one and only Gorlami.
What's poppin', G's?
I love the nose bridge. I love that look. It's great. And
I've had this helmet since I was like 4.
It still fits your midget-sized head. Anyway,
no, it doesn't. I was losing blood flow to my head.
All right. And speaking of things that I like to look at, one of the things I don't like to look at is this guy's favorite football team, the Bears. The one and only Mamba.
Hey, Gorlami. This is what Gorlami is.
He's probably a Popeye's biscuit away from being a tight end.
Bruh. Soundboard has come to Discord, and so if you see pop over somebody's face, they're doing some chicanery, which I don't know if we're gonna be able to allow this to continue, but
I am a Popeye's biscuit away from being a center. All right, Mamba.
I'm a center. All right. I like to hear that. Anyway,
I'm 205 pounds. I mean, shit, there's tight ends that weigh a lot more than me.
Shit, I fucking weigh more than you. God damn it.
Well, speaking from the guy who's 6'6", 270, I'm way more than all of you. Probably a couple of you combined, but
You're 6'6"?
Yes.
Damn, dude.
I just
He's
played
a tall boy.
I kid you not. Right hand to God, right now, today, right before this, when I was kind of late coming back. Sorry.
Wait,
I played basketball today. And it was a small pickup game, and I was on fire apparently this game, and so we did a 3 because there were 5 players, so we did a 3v2, and I was one of the 2, and we still won. And then so I said, screw it, let's do 4v1. I won the game 19-15. Half court. I had make it take it, they didn't, but I still won it. So I feel pretty happy about that, but it's what it's.
Who?
It is, I guess.
To say who asked. Is that what you're trying to do, Gulani? Not 5.
Yes.
Not 5, bud. All right. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive right into it. I think actually, let's start with the NFL schedule. This is usually we prioritize NFL in this in a couple different things, even though they don't have any games on right now. The preseason hasn't even started. The schedule release is still something interesting to look at. We'll look at that first, then we'll go to the XFL, and then we'll wrap up with the USFL. So the schedule release is out. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to K-Duff, and he will tell us the 3 hardest and the 3 easiest schedules and what you guys think about that.
Well, first off, I'm going to start with the hardest one, get this shit out of the way, because the hardest out of the entire NFL is, of course, my New England Patriots for some reason. I said we actually have the yeah.
There's a soundboard.
Thank you.
What
Lob,
is the
I don't know if you want to
soundboard?
pull up that Lob, I don't know if you want to pull up that graph I posted in the chat for this or not, but
I'll have to
it's kind
tab
of
out, and then there's hold on.
yeah, it kind of gives you an idea of like how every team's looking for it for this year. But right now, the hardest schedule, it was already hard last year,
Holy
but
shit.
it's already even harder this year. Patriots are at the top. Right behind them, my division rivals and the Dolphins. Following up are the Chargers and Bills, Giants too. And on the easier side of things, if you scroll a little bit down, you see that the Saints, Falcons, and Colts are probably some of the more easier ones. Have the easier. I can't speak for everyone else's teams, but I know. But with the Patriots, it kind of makes sense. We have multiple back-to-back weeks where we're facing division rivals. Our first game is against the Super Bowl runners-up in the Eagles.
Yeah, that's pretty tough.
Defense is going to run with
Yeah,
Bill O'Brien just yet, and even with some of the minor upgrades we made on our side, on that side of the ball, it's still looking pretty iffy. As for your guys, is Lob, your Bengals are somewhere in the middle. They have an easier schedule.
I mean, the AFC North has gotten better since last season. Browns have added a couple of pieces, especially what was it? Was it Devondre Campbell or no? Not Vikings guy. They added a Vikings edge rusher. I can't remember his name right now. Gorlami, who are the Vikings edge rushers that would kill Aaron Rodgers a ton? You know it. There were 2 of them.
I'm blanking out something too.
Yeah.
I know you guys got some.
Yeah, but then the Steelers had a great draft. Fucking hated that. But they had a great draft, and then the Ravens just re-signed Lamar, and now they also got OBJ. Also, a couple more weapons in the draft. So the AFC North got better.
Yep. As for your Eagles, Maston, they've got a bit of. They already had a hard schedule last year,
right next
around
to
the same level of hardness as this year.
Hey, I'm just checking to see if y'all still the boys.
Well, Eagles are facing us Kansas City, and then the AFC East, and then the NFC East, and then since they won the division, they face against the division winners of the NFC.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Gorlami, you're not Bears. That's Lamba. Packers, they're kind of in the middle of the pack for easier stuff, along there with that huge crowd next to you. That's the Bucks,
the Bears
Steelers,
are
Browns,
kind of
Ravens,
iffy in their strength. The
Bears
Lions look good, but then lost all their running backs this offseason. And then
I think it's about
the Vikings. Where are the Vikings?
Yeah, but
Vikings.
I think you forget.
Hella upgrade, so we'll see what happens.
You could have 3 toes, Lob. Dan Cable will still beat your ass. Okay.
He's already beat your ass twice last year, so I feel like
Zinger!
Shots
All right,
fired.
hold on. Okay. God, it's getting hot in here, isn't it?
It's getting hot in here.
And then showing off the gun show.
So
Master, I don't think you're allowed to show guns on YouTube, bro.
Then the Bears, you said over here, easy schedule this year, easy schedule last year. NFC North, not a
Yeah.
Okay.
NFC North, not a super tough division. Still some pretty good teams in it. Also, they were finishing lower in the division, so they play some other division lower teams. So, but overall, I think it is really criminal that the Cardinals have a harder schedule this year. That's kind of rough for them.
Well, it's hard because they're going to be spending a good chunk of the year without Kyler Murray. He's not going to be back week 1 for that ACL tear.
The Rams have a tough schedule, and the Commanders have a tough schedule. So,
yeah.
Well, Commanders, the NFC East, there was nobody under 500 last
Also,
year.
how did the Niners get an easier schedule this year? Like,
I'm not entirely sure. About
It
that.
depends on what division they face against the AFC, and then also who they
They're
face.
trying to get
against.
Brock Purdy a Super Bowl.
or Trey Lance. We still don't know the starting
Or Trey
quarterback
Lance,
situation. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that could be really different. You never
Or
know.
Sam Darnold, for all we know. I don't know who's going to jump who on the depth chart. I know. That sounded weird to say coming out of my own mouth.
All right, so I think what we're going to
that's
do
so
is we'll look at each week and we'll pick out the game that we think is going to be the best, just looking forward, and then we'll move on for the NFL schedule release. That's the best thing we really can do because, again, this is just a schedule.
You mean America's game of the week? That's what we're picking.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. Yeah, Fox holds that, and so now I think they recently announced that either this year or next year, there will not be an AFC NFC channel streaming service, so it won't be Fox only has NFC and AFC is only CBS. It'll just be
so cross
whatever. Could be
this year.
I think it's next year. I don't think it's this year. I think they said it's something they might implement next year. So I kind of don't like that because as an AFC guy, I don't want the greatness of Joe Burrow being tainted by the horrible play calling of Troy Aikman and Joe Buck. I'll stick with
ESPN.
Kevin
They're
Hart.
on ESPN.
Okay, true. But still, Tony Romo. But I love I love what CBS does, though. They have Kevin Harlan rotate in for a couple off games, he's a phenomenal announcer, one of the best in the past 20 years. They have
I'm calling both games.
I'm calling both games. Yeah. So I like that rotation. Phil Simms is in the rotation. He's pretty good. Also, Boomer Esiason at the table. It's a great guy to have. Coach Cower. Hated him. Still an amazing coach. Who's the guy that's the guy that hosts the
I have NFL Red Zone, so
he's an African American guy, has a big bushy mustache. Can't remember his name. I want to say his last name's Brown. Can't remember it. He's great. He's amazing.
No, I know.
And also,
I know.
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan. Irvin. It's not Michael Irvin.
No, it's not Michael Irvin. He's on. I think.
Yeah,
he's
joining with CBS.
He's NFL Network.
He's joining with CBS. I actually had that in my notes for this year.
Yeah, but anyway,
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan was phenomenal at breaking stuff down. I think he might have a better career as a coverage announcer. We'll see. You can't choke as that bad. I guess. I mean, you can, but all right. Anyway, let's look at the opening.
Knowing him, he'll find a way to do it.
Week 1, first game is Thursday. Detroit and Kansas. That's the first game of the NFL season. That kind of.
It's a strange one for me. Lions at Kansas City. Well, of course, Kansas City is the defending champs, so of course they're going to get the first game.
Could have had a Super Bowl. Could have had a Super Bowl rematch because Eagles are facing against Kansas City this year.
This game.
Why not have it?
Oh yeah, that's going to be a game.
Fuck that scheduling. Fuck that scheduling because that's when they're honoring Tom Brady with the retirement. So I'm like,
yeah, that is a rematch of the Super Bowl. That is a rematch of the Super Bowl. You lost. That is on you, and they're honoring the best quarterback in human history.
But the NFL scheduling put that.
You won the last Super Bowl we played you against, and you're pissed about it that we're honoring him at that game.
My personal opinion.
I don't see the problem there.
The game of the week is going to be Packers Bears because me and Gorlambi are just going to go at it.
That'll be okay.
Honestly,
it's going to be a slaughter fest.
I do agree because this is the first time in a long time that Chicago is not playing their owner, Aaron Rodgers. So we'll see how that goes. And it's also the Jordan Love Jordan Love is being thrown into the dog pound.
We're going to be seeing a lot of brand new offenses this year too. You got Bryce Young versus Taylor Heineke with Carolina, Atlanta. You've got Anthony Richardson versus Trevor Lawrence at Jacksonville, Indianapolis. You've got Jordan Love and Justin Fields, Green Bay, and Chicago. You got Baker Mayfield versus Kirk Cousins. It's going to be very interesting to see.
Okay, but hold on.
I would like to point out.
Hold on. That's 1:00. Kirk Cousins. Oh boy.
No.
On CBS.
Oh no. Baker Mayfield, congratulations on your free win to start the year.
No, it's a loss.
No, 1:00. Kirk is
1:00.
Kirk is Joe Montana.
That's Kurt just
Yeah.
drinking his
Oh,
coffee.
you're
Also-
thinking right away.
We
Dude.
could have a repeat of last year of the new team on the block that has a new quarterback coming in, shitting itself in prime time.
Broncos country.
With Buffalo and New York playing on Monday Night Football,
Dude,
but we'll see.
They got more primetime fucking games again.
All because
this
Aaron
year.
Rodgers went to
Well,
them. It's
Denver got more because of Sean
No,
Payton.
Denver.
So
I find it funny that, the late night game with Dallas and New York, the tickets cost less than Green Bay and Chicago.
Yeah, I find that a little odd.
Well, I think it's more so the fact that it's like the longest standing rivalry in football.
true.
Yeah.
That's probably why it's costing more.
Yeah.
Even though it's-
423. Yeah, look at the price on tickets for Brady's honoring ceremony.
Jesus.
423.
That sounds about right. That sounds
Yeah.
about right. So,
All right.
like
let's
they
go
were like
on to-
almost twice that when he came back to fucking
Prime
the
time,
West
Kirk
with
Cousins.
Thursday's
Yeah.
Philly, Minnesota.
Get
Monday
Cousins.
night doubleheader.
A
If Galani moves this-
doubleheader.
I might have to move. Galani
double header
here.
Monday Night Football. That's
Oh,
Yeah,
bye. I'll see you fellas later.
We gotta move Gorlami just for this one.
Hey,
Wait,
quit fisting me.
Just see-
Oh,
we don't need to
no.
see Cleveland. Cleveland can move away.
Yeah.
oh, that's
no.
gonna be Indy
We
and
don't-
Houston
we don't-
on Sunday. That'll be on Sunday that week. That'll be a good one.
Actually, if you put me
AR-15
back, we cut out
versus CJ.
Pittsburgh.
I kind of like that. Yeah, I actually like that.
And Cleveland.
Yeah,
at the same
that's a
time,
good
so.
step. Let's cut out Pittsburgh.
Ooh, Seattle, Detroit could be a good one.
I'm gonna be
This-
interested with Indy and
this
Houston.
might
AR-15
be
versus CJ Stroud. That'll be
Rodgers
nice.
versus
Yeah,
battle.
Indy,
That might
Houston.
be a
Actually,
good
I
one.
like that one. Indy, Houston. Two new young quarterbacks. I think that's my pick. Indy, Houston will be the best game. I think in that one. You have
I kinda-
AR-15.
I want to go with Jets versus Dallas. That'll be a good one. Rodgers versus the Cowboys.
That should be all right. That should be all right.
And Dallas loses to Aaron Rodgers again.
Yeah. Alrighty. So either Indianapolis, Houston, or New York, Dallas for that week 2.
Well, judging by the fact that the tickets are about $34, it's going to be a shit show.
Now this week.
Let's see here.
Um,
Another Monday night doubleheader. Ooh, a rematch of the Super Bowl. The Bengals and Rams down at the bottom, 8:15. But
Could you
Ooh.
crouch, Gorlami, please? Thank you.
yeah,
Yeah.
Los Angeles, Cincinnati. I don't think that'll be great. I don't know if Los Angeles is gonna be very good. Philly, Tampa Bay. No, primetime games are a little iffy here.
maybe
Pittsburgh
New
and
York
Vegas
Vegas.
might be. Yeah.
Oh, it's a Thursday night. That's the only problem. Thursday
Well, I
night
mean,
games
if you
are
want to
good,
see
but-
1 o'clock Kirk Cousins beat up a little child, Herbert.
Jets fans are gonna find this week's fun because they're gonna be like stomped because knowing how low the Jets are now, they're gonna be stomping their bully of the past 25 years.
There's not any good games that week.
Not right now. One team might get hot this early in the season.
Yeah.
We'll see something.
This might be a
Honestly,
little bit of a low.
1 p.m. Kirk Cousins versus a Chargers team could be interesting.
I don't know.
In
I would
Minnesota?
I would actually find it funny if Chicago just upset Kansas City.
You know
That would be
I
kind of
mean,
funny, actually.
It will probably happen, if I'm honest.
Kansas City does have one random game that they're gonna lose. Andy Reid.
The
does,
Bears
too.
yeah.
are so much better than last year. That's for sure.
Ooh, this is already a good.
Detroit
one.
and Green
Detroit
Bay.
at
Yeah,
Green
right.
Bay on Thursday night. That one's their
That's
favorite so
That's
far.
a good one.
Monday
probably
night
go
is
to that
Seattle.
game.
at
I thought
New
Oh,
York.
that's right. That's right. Like right when my birthday is. Like I think I'm gonna go to that.
Allow me crouch again.
Happy birthday.
Who is
Oh,
that?
Seattle facing against.
New York.
Oh, New
Giants.
York.
Giants
New
and Seahawks.
Oh, Jets. And
Oh God,
Kansas
why do we
City.
have to go to why do we have to go to Dallas? What the fuck?
Pittsburgh, Houston,
Oh my
Baltimore,
God.
Cleveland, Denver, Chicago, Miami, Jacksonville. You can get it wrong. You're fine. Vegas and Los Angeles.
Oh, the prime times and Mahomes
Rams
against
versus
Rodgers
Colts.
prime time.
Oh yeah, no, actually that one. Mahomes, Rogers, Kansas City, New York.
That's what I
Oh
was
yes,
saying.
Super
Yeah.
Bowl that
You know-
will never happen
Yeah.
now.
I think I'm gonna request for my birthday present for my dad. Get tickets to the Green Bay Detroit game.
Tickets is those 160.
That's possible.
It's my birthday is
Awesome.
literally the day before that game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
September 28th. Yeah, there we go. Look at that.
Neat.
Alrighty,
Uh,
NFL schedule.
Another Thursday night of Chicago against Washington.
Well,
Jesus.
not again. Not again. Why? Not again. Not
I don't
like
even know where
this.
it's at.
Buys have already started by week 5. Green Bay Vegas is the Monday night game. Dallas San Francisco. That's kind of a classic, but also at the same time, I don't know how well that will go for Dallas. Another pushover game
Baltimore,
for my
Pittsburgh.
Bengals if they handle business is Arizona Cardinals.
Yo, watch. Okay, here, wait. I'm making a prediction right now. Week 5, Tennessee, Indianapolis. Tennessee brings out what's his name? Will Levis.
Mayo Man?
Mayo Man.
Ooh.
Week 5.
Interesting prediction. We'll keep that in the record. We'll jot that down. Enter the record in the logbook. Put in
I
stone.
might call it a hot take.
I'll make a note of that.
It'd be a hot take. Dallas, San Francisco would be a good one.
Hot
New
take,
York-
Lamar
New York-
Jackson gets hurt this week.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Week 5. Big week 5. We're just
Prediction.
we have Sean Payton and Russell Wilson versus Nathaniel Hackett in New York. That'd be an interesting one. Rodgers versus Broncos country. Let's ride.
That's right.
Broncos country.
Stop.
That's kind of my pick. But, Dallas and San Francisco might do well if,
Yeah.
Dallas shows up. So, interesting week.
Kansas City and Minnesota might be all right. Might be.
Week 6. Denver, Kansas City. That's another Thursday night game for, oh boy.
Jesus, you need to stop putting this man on prime time. Did you learn nothing
If
from last
Lamar
year?
Jackson isn't hurt, this is probably going to be a historically high rushing attack for him against Tennessee's abysmal football team.
Defense, yeah.
And that's also
Why
a game
do we
in
have
London.
to go back to Vegas after last year? What is the schedule? See, this is why they're saying we're the hardest schedule, folks. Like
I'm definitely going
We
to
have to
watch
go
this game
back
with
to
one of my
Vegas
friends who's
after
a
what-
Seattle fan.
Chandler Jones did to us last
That
year. After
I
what
can see
Chandler
you
Jones
get
and
one.
Jacoby Myers did to us last year.
The Seattle-Cincinnati game could be interesting.
Could be.
Could be, yeah.
Other than
Philadelphia
that,
at the Jets.
Mm,
Interesting.
yeah.
Actually, no. It's
Carolina
this
at
one.
Minnesota,
It's this one.
Chicago.
Uh,
That's pretty
No,
good
it's this
one.
one. No, this one. It is the
Then they
Patriots
put-
versus the Las Vegas Patriots. Yeah.
Yeah, we have to
England-
go back to Vegas again after
You're
what
already
Jacoby
half your
Myers-
shit.
team's in Vegas.
Wait, Chicago has to
Yeah, we
play.
have to face Jacoby Myers after he betrayed us to them last year.
Chicago has to play 1:00 Kirk Cousins. Fuck.
Then Soldier Field, so
Week
the wind
7.
might throw them off.
Yeah.
Week 7.
the wind will-
Jacksonville versus Nolans, and then you've got for Monday night San Fran and Minnesota.
Interesting, but that's primetime Kirk
wait,
Cousins.
wait.
So I don't
Not
know.
important. Not important.
Oh, Philly-Miami primetime Sunday night.
That'd be cool.
That'd be a good one. Yeah.
That's probably
Green Bay versus
hate
Denver.
to say
too.
it, but I think 2 is dead if they play the Philly O line or D line. So,
Yeah, Jalen Carter will fucking demolish it.
No, it's on Reddit.
All right. All I'm saying is, if Green Bay loses to Denver, I will probably drink
They
myself
actually have,
drunk
they
for the
have, they have
next
a
week.
coach. They have a coach now.
I
I
can
think
honestly
the only-
predict that like that Green Bay that Philly Miami game is
Yeah,
just gonna look like the
Miami,
scene
yeah.
in Who Framed Roger Rabbit where Christopher Lloyd gets run over by the steamroller. That's just Jalen Carter and Tua.
Yeah, that Miami Philly game is gonna be an interesting one. I have a feeling.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the best one here is probably the Chargers and Chiefs. That's going to be a high-powered offensive game.
Ooh, yeah.
Maybe.
Well, that depends on
If it
who's
wasn't,
healthy
if it
for the
wasn't,
Chargers, 'cause they're always hit by the injury bug.
if it wasn't prime time on Monday night, I'd say San Fran and Minnesota.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good as well.
I
I'm
guess.
just worried about Minnesota's decreasing defensive presence, especially since they lost a ton of stuff this offseason.
Yeah.
And most of them are
Yeah.
still old.
Yep.
Tampa
so,
and
prime
Buffalo
time,
for Thursday night.
that's rough because Tom's not there,
That's-
and
Oh
Las
my god,
Vegas
Chicago
and Detroit.
lost the Chargers as prime time. The fuck?
Oh,
Chargers
That'll be a
and
good
Bears.
one.
this is my Bengals, but also this is good.
That's a
this is
good-
a
that's a
rematch
good
of
one.
both
Oh, that's
Super
a
Bowls
good one.
Cincinnati's been in. 4:25 p.m. on CBS. Cincinnati in San Francisco. That's a good one.
New England's
That's a good
facing
one.
Miami that week at Miami.
Battle of New York.
And
Jets
that's
and
just gonna be an
Giants.
automatic loss. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Which rat will
Uh,
win?
Honestly, I think for
See.
whenever they have those games, they need to paint the field both colors.
Rams
And
and
it should be like a
Dallas is
jet,
gonna
the
be-
Jets and the Giants logo butting heads at the 50. That would be cool. I think they could. They have enough
Houston,
money.
Carolina. So Houston, Carolina,
I thought
Bryce Young
those
against
owners-
CJ Stroud.
Oh, finally. Yeah, that's going to be a good one.
I thought the stadium ownership is like cheap as fuck.
They
Browns
are.
versus
Shouldn't be.
Well, the Giants are. I don't know about the Jets.
Oh, and we get to see if Jalen Hurts gets squashed by a falling rebar again.
Yeah.
Philly at Washington. All right, let's move on. Week 9.
Yep.
9.
Tennessee Pittsburgh. That's going to be a classic Thursday night shit fest, and then LA Chargers versus Jets 8:15. That'll be an interesting one.
And then you've got
Buffalo,
your
Cincinnati.
Sunday night,
Buffalo,
Cincinnati.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the
that's
one.
it. That's the one.
That's
There's
Oh,
no
look.
question.
Next.
Oh, look at America's game of the week. It's Philly Dallas.
Oh my God, the Commanders coming to us that week. That would be
no.
interesting.
That's
Bears
that's
versus
a good
Saints.
week.
Whoa, hold
Bears
on.
versus
Miami,
Saints on that
Kansas
week.
City. No, look at the ticket price for Miami, Kansas City.
Is that at Kansas?
Yeah, because it's
Oh
in
my
Frankfurt,
God.
Germany.
Oh, it's in Germany.
Oh, that makes sense.
That would
I
make
didn't see that.
sense.
Okay, I did not
Right,
see
I
that.
forgot about the German games this year.
Yeah. New England
let's see.
in Germany.
Yep. I knew we were playing
Yeah.
the Colts in Germany. I just didn't know what week.
Oh, look, everyone! It's a mid-off. Chicago.
Yeesh.
Bryce Young against Justin Fields. So
Holy moly! You gave Denver at Buffalo. That's a killing.
On a Monday night.
On a Monday.
Damn.
My.
At Buffalo.
And then you got
too.
the Jets at Vegas. That's another good one.
Giants Dallas would be another good one.
Yeah, that's
Orlov's
always a
got
great
his
game.
Packers at Pittsburgh. Eagles, I
on a
think,
bye.
have a bye this week. Yep.
I can't think of any games.
Honestly, New Orleans,
And-
Minnesota, 1 p.m. Kirk Cousins versus a New Orleans squad that's had a complete offensive rebuild could be interesting, but by week 10 they could suck. So I don't know.
And,
Yeah.
Who's
and
their
your Bengals are going to be
quarterback
playing
again
CJ
for
Stroud
New
that week
Orleans?
too.
Derek Carr.
Okay.
Your Bengals are going to be playing CJ Stroud that week too.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. The Texans gave us a lot of struggles when they had J.J. Watt. We met him in the first round of the playoffs, but they don't have him anymore.
Now you've got
so
Will
we'll see how
Anderson
it goes.
Jr. to go up against, so let's see how that works out.
Yeah,
for
we'll
you.
see how quickly he develops, but he's definitely looking like he's going to be pretty good. Thursday night,
Speaking
Cincy,
of-
Baltimore.
All right.
Super Bowl
match.
rematch
Here's the
on Monday
rematch.
night. That's it. That's
Mm.
right there. Right there. Super Bowl rematch right there.
Yeah.
Right there. That's it.
And then
Unfortunately,
Sunday
it's on
night, you've got
ESPN. That's the only
Denver
downside.
and Minnesota. Why do you continue to give primetime
Is this
games to Russell
prime time
Wilson?
Kirk Cousins versus prime time Russell Wilson?
That is going to be awful.
that's
Final
gonna be
score
absolute
12-9.
shit
Final score 12-9.
Okay, so I
Beautiful.
read somewhere.
That's
I
why.
read somewhere
6-0.
from week 8 to week 15, the Giants on the road, for 7 out of the 10 games or 7 straight weeks, and then 3 of them are in the West Coast.
Wow.
Giants got.
Oh my God.
Damn it.
Oh. All right, so Thursday, this is Thanksgiving. It's Green Bay at Detroit, Washington at Dallas, and San Francisco at Seattle. Pretty good slate. Pretty good slate of games. However, why are we watching the Commanders on Thanksgiving? Ew.
And then we followed up the very next day, the first ever Black Friday game, Miami and New York Jets. Funny enough, the Jets are also looking to do what Detroit does every Thanksgiving and take every Black Friday game from now on out if they decide to stick with it.
Oh yeah, Philly pays.
I'm just not excited that I'm gonna have to watch the Green Bay game in a deer stand.
Honestly, they should give Black
New England
Friday
at
to the
the
Raiders.
Giants. That's going to be great.
Yeah. But Buffalo, Philly,
Pittsburgh, Cincinnati is always a fucking slugfest.
Yeah.
Wait a second. This is Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Be okay.
Honestly, Buffalo, Philly.
And
Buffalo, Philly. This is going to be pretty good.
Chicago, Minnesota. Primetime Monday.
That'll be a good one.
Primetime Kirk Cousins.
It depends on how Chicago develops with all these new pieces. So, but I still say Buffalo, Philadelphia, 4:25 on Sunday, November 26th is going to be a little bit better. That's in Philly. That's Buffalo coming in. Yeah. All right, week 13, almost wrapping up here. Seattle at Dallas.
Ooh.
Interesting. And then Bengals at Jacksonville Monday night. I would say
NFC Championship.
Yeah,
NFC Championship
San Francisco,
rematch.
Philly. That's a good one. That one stands out so far.
Chargers are coming to New England. You've got Atlanta going to the Jets.
Huge run fest. Tennessee, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor versus Derrick Henry.
I kind of like that. I kind of like that Kansas City Green Bay one on paper. I don't know how it's going to be that late to the season, but
no. Jordan Love
No, I
versus
like it 'cause-
Patrick Mahomes. No, like he
I
might
like it 'cause
prove
we
us
get to
wrong.
watch
Do you not remember what happened last time? It didn't end well.
yeah, I know. That's why I like it. We can laugh before long.
Honestly,
Shut
NFC
up.
Championship rematch. Philadelphia at home against San Francisco looks good to me. I think. Week 14. New England at Pittsburgh. There's 2 Monday night games: Tennessee
Okay.
versus Miami and Green Bay versus New York. That Green Bay New York would be pretty interesting.
Yep.
Philadelphia Dallas is always a slugfest.
Bengals
Cincy,
at
Buffalo.
Colts, or Colts at the Bengals. Excuse me.
Colts at Bengals.
Buffalo,
yeah.
Kansas City.
Detroit at
Oh,
Chicago.
yeah. Buffalo, Kansas City. Done. There it is. That's a good one.
And then
Buffalo,
Seattle,
Kansas City.
San Fran. Seattle,
Eagles
San Fran
and
would be my
Cowboys
one.
will be interesting.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, week 15. Vegas and Los Angeles Chargers, and then Kansas City, New England. Oof.
Yay! I get to get crushed it.
These
for
are
Christmas.
times to be determined, but Minnesota at Cincinnati will be interesting, I think. Dallas and Buffalo.
Primetime Baltimore, Jacksonville, yo.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. I keep
Yeah.
forgetting Jacksonville is good now.
That is so weird to say.
There's
That
no
is
more
so weird
Urban
to say.
Meyer.
Yeah.
No more Urban Meyer.
Interesting little setup. Tampa Bay, Green Bay could be interesting, and we could also see a Will Levis versus Bryce
Stroud.
Young.
CJ Stroud.
Or CJ Stroud. Yeah, not Bryce Young, CJ Stroud.
Yeah,
We'll see
Young's
that.
on the Panthers, and he's facing Atlanta. That week.
Atlanta.
Yeah. So interesting set of games, but I think Buffalo Dallas could be interesting, depending on what Dallas does. If they're shitting the bed by that point, no. So, but then also New York and Miami again. So Tua versus Rodgers.
But do you remember?
I mean, it is after Thanksgiving, so they could start by then.
Also, past 19 years, there's never been an NFC East champion.
Baby, look
Oh
at
my
this. Look at this
goodness, what
Christmas.
is
Look at the
this?
Christmas presents we're getting. Oh, this is gonna be great.
Oh, Merry Christmas
Thursday.
to me. I get to kill Russell Wilson for Christmas.
Okay, this is great. Thursday, December 21st, New Orleans at Los Angeles, Prime Video. Okay. Then Saturday, December 23rd, Bengals at Steelers, followed immediately by Buffalo at Chargers. Those are 2 good games, especially Bengals Steelers in Heinz Field or Ascure State, whatever the fuck it is. I drove through Pittsburgh actually recently. The entire time I was driving by the stadium, it was just this out the window the whole way, dude. So good.
Yeah.
And then we have Christmas Eve games. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10
damn.
games on Christmas. We have a couple 1 slots, 3 4 o'clock slots, and then 1 primetime 8:15 slot. The best out of those, New England, Denver looks interesting. Detroit at Minnesota, Green Bay at Carolina. You can have a mid-off, Cleveland at Houston.
Are you
And then
sure
finally,
New England, Denver is a mid-off?
true.
Denver is Russell Wilson.
But then Christmas
Monday.
football. We have
That defense,
Christmas
though.
football. I love basketball, but fuck the NBA's Christmas thing. Monday, December 25th, Christmas Day, you have
Thank
a
God.
Thanksgiving style of games. Vegas at Kansas City at 1, New York at Philadelphia at 4:30, and to top it all off, Baltimore at San Francisco, which honestly would probably be a pretty good game at 8:15 p.m.
True.
on ABC. Yeah, that's actually on on ABC. Interesting.
Because ESPN. Because
That's, I'm surprised NBC didn't get that.
Yeah. And
And
then
that
Well,
let's go.
NBC's not
Chargers game's gonna
even
be on
playing the
Peacock.
New Year's Eve one, like the primetime New Year's Eve. It's
Yeah.
not NFL Network.
And
All
then
right,
we
Thursday
have
night for this.
Yep.
Cincinnati at Kansas City Sunday to September 31st for the next week. Where they have a Thursday, Saturday.
What a
and
way
then
to
bunch of
bring in the
Sundays.
new year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New Year's
And
New
Green Bay and
Year's
Minnesota.
Eve games. Man, this was gonna be great. Green Bay, Minnesota,
New England
Cincinnati,
at
Kansas City.
Buffalo. Why are we on the road for both
Oh,
Christmas
okay.
Eve and New Year's Eve? Why?
Right. Then the
Why?
final
No,
week
no.
of the
Okay,
season.
Here's the part that pissed me off. They have Giants, Eagles face against Giants, then someone else and Giants for a 3rd straight fucking year. they had the Eagles playing the Giants almost 2 straight weeks.
And then the final week of the season, these games are all up in the air of when they will be. However, the biggest thing we'll have to figure out is what the implications for playoffs are, because these are all division games, so teams really can't lay over with these often. But on paper, as of right now, the best game so far could look like Kansas City, Los Angeles, Pittsburgh, Baltimore.
Maybe Philly,
Cleveland at Cincinnati,
Minnesota,
Buffalo, Miami.
and Detroit, I guess.
Maybe. Yeah. So again, the last week of the season's all up in the air usually, but I absolutely love week 16. This is amazing. We have a Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday games. Not to mention all throughout this, combined in here is the early bowl games for college football. And then we go right into week 17, and then you have all these New Year's Eve games. Plus, then the next day on the 1st of 2024, you're going to have all of the classic college bowl games, the Rose Bowl. There's also the Sugar Bowl, the Cotton Bowl. Like,
wouldn't it be the playoffs also?
They'll start either that night. Yeah, I think the college playoffs actually start that night. They start on the last day.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I love this. This is going to be a phenomenal Christmas. Thank you in advance, Roger Goodell. I'm actually like that you did this, so thank you very much.
Well, he had to make up for giving Denver so many goddamn primetime games.
Yeah.
Also,
go ahead.
LA Chargers still has the best schedule release.
Go ahead and tell us any of the recent signing news, K-Duff, that we have seen.
Signing news. All right.
Any signing news that we have?
Yeah. Well, we've got Raiders cornerback Rocky Sin going to the Ravens on a 1-year deal. He was their best cornerback last year, so that's going to be a big loss to their secondary. Giants defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence has agreed to come back to the team on a 4-year, $90 million extension. That makes him the 3rd highest paid DT in the league. Colts have released the big dick himself, Nick Foles. He is no longer... He's now a free agent and not currently on any team. Falcons signed your old buddy Trey Flowers, also 1-year deal.
He's a pretty good corner. He's all right.
Yep. Panthers offensive tackle Cam Irving re-signed on a 1-year deal. Saints, this was actually a pretty nice one. After a positive treatment for a March diagnosis of Hodgkin's lymphoma, Raiders tight end Foster Moreau signed with the Saints on a 3-year, $12 million deal. 8 of that is guaranteed.
They need a tight end. That's good.
Yep. Former Steeler James Washington, wide receiver. He's also going to the Saints on a 1-year deal. We've got the Dolphins adding 2 new offensive tackles: former Patriot Isaiah Wynn and Jet Cedric Ogbue. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right. Ogbue. Former Bengal running back Jacquez Patrick signed with the Broncos. Steelers are looking to create an extension for quarterback Mitch Trubisky and also re-sign backup quarterback Mason Rudolph. And then we also have some XFL members, XFL players joining back into the NFL. I say back because there's 2 players that have NFL experience that are going in and that are probably the biggest names so far. We've got Seattle Sea Dragons quarterback Ben Nadenucci. He's going to the Broncos after a good performance after a great performance at the team's minicamp this week. And St. Louis Battlecocks wide receiver Hakeem Butler has signed with the Steelers. And other than that, they got Shaq Griffin, formerly of the Jaguars, cornerback, signing with the Texans. Kareem Jackson, safety veteran for the Broncos, also re-signed with them. The Eagles signed former Jaguars tight end Dan Arnold, which gives them 6 tight ends on the roster for some reason. And I think that's it I've got for right now.
A lot of tight ends also can play fullback, so if he's a blocking tight end, they might just throw him in the backfield for a power eye or something. So
yeah. Biggest ones for me are probably the Foster Moreau signing with the Saints, because that reunites with Derek Carr. That's a very good one, especially after and also good for him for beating Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Absolutely.
So that's very good. The Benda DiNucci returning to the NFL with the Broncos. I feel like that's their insurance policy if they finally decide Russell Wilson's way too cooked to ever touch a football again.
Or, you
And-
might possibly see him as a Walmart greeter in Denver.
Yeah. And back to quarterbacks.
Walmart
Mitch
country,
Kissick-
let's buy.
Mitch kissing titties with the Steelers. They're apparently very close on extension, which does that mean they might roll with him as a starter and Kenny Pickett will be second stringer?
No.
I
No.
don't
No.
think so, but if they want to lock
Just
him
a
up for something
backup.
long term, that's a smart move, I'd say. He's had a bit of a thing. Also, speaking of former Bills, there's also a little bit of new evidence came out this week. The punt god, Matt Ariza, we all know his story from last year, got cut from the team after being accused of a very not nice thing to do to women.
Non-consensual,
It turns out he might not have even been present at that party where a certain person was Ange aped Ray. So
Bengade?
so there's a little more investigation going into that, but I don't know if that means he might return to the gridiron and be after he is vindicated for this or not, but that's a possibility.
I mean, once the trial goes through and he's actually like cleared of it and everything, I hope he does return because I mean that's his whole career that he's going to miss out if not.
Very true.
I think there's still the civil lawsuit that's still in a way that depends on how that goes too.
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't take too long for him, unless he is guilty. If it is guilty, then let him rot. But
yeah, and now for some less fun news. We talked about this last time. There's a bit more updates with the Antonio Brown and Albany Empire thing. So he is now claiming Antonio Brown is now claiming that he does not actually own the Albany Empire and that the team is owned by a trust under his name, writing to ex-Empire owner Mike Corta, and I quote, "I, Brown Antonio Tavares, a foreign national citizen but not a United States citizen at birth, am writing to you regarding recent reports that have been circling in the media regarding my supposed ownership of the Albany Empire. I want to make it very clear that I am not the owner of this team, and any claims to the contrary are completely false. 1, you claim you own the team. 2, you are a natural-born citizen. You were born in Miami. And 3, as of 45 minutes ago, he is suiting up for the Albany Empire to play with them next week as a player.
Oh my god!
Wait, Antonio Brown?
He is returning to the football.
I just hope he doesn't take his
Michael
dick
Jordan.
out on the field. I feel like he's going to do it anyway.
He's pulling a Michael Jordan as coming in as both a fucking front office member and a player.
We all saw how
it's
that
going to be
went,
bad.
Also, can we have a good news at the end after the Antonio Brown thing? Because the Buffalo Bills player.
What about Buffalo Bills? I'm sorry.
Did Hamlin pass physical?
Yeah, he did.
We
Hamlin has
that
passed physical and is scheduled to return to the team. The last bit of NFL news before we dive into the minor leagues is going to be the Browns. It's a couple weeks old, so you guys might have seen it or not. But the Browns have decided to host a new logo design contest.
Wow.
Using the top 5.
I like some of these.
They don't like their current logo. It's a bit bland, and I kind of agree. And then some of these aren't bad. I kind of like the top
but
left.
now it looks
red.
It looks red.
I like the top right.
No, they're orange. I've just
time it's
zoomed
been a
in,
helmet
so
or
the
an elf.
pixels are kind of separating.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I like that top right one.
They look good, but it's just
Top right
It's-
one looks pretty decent.
Someone
Top right
actually
one's
edited
alright.
this
the middle
bottom
one's
right.
too tribal.
This one in the middle that's kind of tribal. As you can see, there's a CLE for Cleveland on the neck, which is kind of cool. But someone I believe edited this top left one, which with a cool little design. So they added an extra white stripe to the center to stop right at the bridge of the nose. That was actually the shape of a C with an L inside of it. That looked very natural. So it was a CL for Cleveland. Then they edited the ears just a little bit so they more likely resembled Lake Erie, which is where Cleveland is next to, right on the banks of it. That's kind of cool. And then there's also a Guardian statue, which is what the Cleveland Guardians of the MLB are named after. And they've replaced all of the spikes with the Guardian symbol. They still look like spikes, but they're now in the silhouette of the Guardian symbol. So if that actually makes, I think that'd be great. Personally, I don't like the Browns, but at the same time, I like the top left and bottom right logo aesthetically. More so the top left has a bit more depth. The bottom right kind of looks kind of 2D-ish. I don't think they put these on the helmets.
Yeah, I'm with
I think
you
these
on
are
that.
just the logos, but they're interesting.
Okay, I was about to say if they put on the helmets.
It'd be cool to kind of see
I
like
don't
most of
want
these
them on the helmets.
midfields.
Honestly,
Like, they
I don't
do
think
look
they put them
cool.
on the
Because Brownie
helmets,
the elf is.
but like they have their 2 normal uniforms. Now that they have an extra helmet, the Browns have never worn any other helmet. A all black dog pound special Browns uniform with that logo on the side, but you replace the brown with black. Might be pretty good.
So I
It
feel like
kind
if
of
you're
be
gonna
the
go,
anti-Bengals all white, to kind of flip back to it, but it could be
see,
interesting.
I feel like if you're gonna go with the black, you're gonna want to go with either the bottom left or the middle.
You could have a secondary
Bottom
logo.
left, bottom left's all right, I suppose.
It is.
It's not my favorite, but I kind
of all of the symbols that I would see on the helmet, the bottom left looks the most worthy to be on a helmet.
Yeah.
I'd say the bottom right would work if they were trying to change the logo like about 10 years ago, maybe. But
I would say 30
for
years ago.
modern day, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck the top
30.
right
It
is
does-
going at. That thing looks like the most edgy edgelord dog I've ever seen, but
It looks like a bulldog trying to go through an existential crisis.
yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the last game of this inaugural XFL season.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
This fucking game, dude.
DC
Rest in
Defenders
peace,
fans
K-Dubs.
are not happy. You shouldn't be happy either, Rolami, because the XFL championship game MVP was a Vegas Viper at the start of the season.
Yeah.
Luis Perez literally
Luis Perez.
took
Yeah, remember
so
that?
much
Luis
so
Perez was traded from the. Anyway,
I knew I was gonna get one.
Arlington Renegades win 35-26, beating the DC Defenders. DC Defenders fall to 9-2 on the final season and playoff record, while the Arlington Renegades will finish with a 6-6 record.
The shittiest part about this is because of this entire season, Gorlami wins by proxy because of Luis Perez.
Yeah. There are 5 of us.
I am the champion.
And
I am the real one.
There are 5 of us, and we all picked separate XFL teams to root for, and none of us got the championship. None of us.
I had a guy on my team.
Detroit fans in the other year when the Rams won the Super Bowl.
I didn't
like,
pick
we
an
win,
XFL
yeah.
team. I didn't pick an XFL team. I was just neutral the whole time.
I mean, true. We were probably just then a Guardians fan, didn't want to admit it, but anyway.
No.
Let's take a look at the stats. We'll do the Defenders first. Jordan Tamau, 16 for 30 for 245. 2 touchdowns, 3 picks. Not a great day for him. He also got sacked 2 times. He also ran the ball 4 times for 25 yards, no touchdowns. The other rusher was Abram Smith, 13 for 90 and 2 touchdowns.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah. Receiving wise, they had a great day from Josh Hammond, 6 receptions, 127 yards for 2 touchdowns. Lucky Jackson, 2 for 33. Chris Blair, 3 for 29. Abram Smith, 2 for 28. Alex Ellis, 2 for 17. And Briley Moore McKinney, 1 for 11. Their defense was able to force 2 fumbles, but recover 1 and only 1 sack for -3 yards. For the Renegades, the XFL championship game MVP, Luis Perez, 26 for 36 for 288, an 8-yard average, 3 touchdowns, no picks, 1 sack. A great performance on his end. He did also run the ball 6 times for 10 yards. Other rushers were Devon Smith, 15 for 54, Letty Brown, 9 for 32 and a touchdown, Kelly Bryant, 4 for 15. For receiving, Tyler Vaughn's 8 for 83 and a touchdown, Saul Canella, 4 for 71 and a touchdown, Letty Brown, 2 for 43 and a touchdown, Brandon Acronato, 4 for 25, Caleb Vander Esch, 3 for 21, Javon Payton, 2 for 21, Lawan Winnington, 2 for 16, and Victor Bolden, 1 for 8. Their defense was able to force 2 interceptions and no fumbles and caused 2 sacks. None of the interceptions were also returned for a touchdown, but one did gain 28 positive yards on the return. I actually was able to watch most of this game. I was at home visiting for Mother's Day, so this was nice little thing to have up on the TV and watch a little bit. But it was interesting.
Did you get your mother some nice flowers?
Yeah, I did. I actually surprised her. It was quite nice. But
yeah, I was in the middle of a D&D session this game, and they're like, and I just see in the chat, like, rip K-Duff. I'm like, why? What the hell's going on? And I look at the score. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. A phenomenal year for the DC Defenders. Their final record, including playoffs, was 10-2. Their 2 losses coming
just
to
have the same
probably
week
the
the
2 worst
fucking
teams
Bruins
in the
do it.
regular season. The 2 worst teams in the regular season. The Guardians were the only other loss in the regular season, and then they lost to the Renegades, which basically were the New York Giants. They just turned it on at the right time, and they got Eli Manning and Luis Perez to do what he does best, show up for one game and then disappear. So, I'm kind of at a loss for words. Arlington looked like hot ass crap for so long.
I was watching it too. DC went away from their rushing in the first half, so most of their rushing yards that they gained was in the second half. And Jordan Thomas threw two bad interceptions in the first half. The third one was that 4th and 15 onside.
Gotta try.
So it's
the interceptions didn't help, obviously, but neither did basically not using Abram Smith, who was like one of our most dangerous weapons all year for a good chunk of the game. When he finally did get those 2 touchdowns, it was way later in a game and almost to a point where the score was insurmountable to overcome. So it was just bad.
I mean, this kind of shows you that football is all about making sure you show up every time. There's not a 7-game series. You gotta play every game like it's your last, and that's what Arlington did, and they came out with the win.
They went into the playoffs with a losing record too.
They did. They finished the year with their playoff record.
And they're the champion.
They finished this year, including their playoff record, at 500. They are 6-6. They have lost as many games as they won, and they won the whole thing. It's insane. All I'm going to say is that if Ben DiNucci and the Seattle Sea Dragons were here, this wouldn't have happened. So, shoulda, woulda, coulda, we should have beat the DC Defenders, but again, they decided to show up for the wrong game. So that wraps up the XFL season. I hope there's another one next year. I haven't heard if there is or isn't going to be. The one thing I want to talk about, though, at least from an athlete standpoint, we talked about some of the players getting signed onto other teams, like Ben DiNucci, who got ripped by Sean Payton after throwing an interception in practice, and Sean told him there's jobs at Walmart. But especially for skill players or linemen or other players that have signed, the turnaround from going from a minor league for football into the NFL and you have no time off is pretty insane. And I worry what that could do to some guys' physical and mental well-being. So hopefully it doesn't have any drastic repercussions, and they do have some time off, but again, also training camps are picking up, and that's debatably when you're working the hardest, at least every single day. You get some rest days in the regular season, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it's good for them to immediately sign this exact season?
I mean, it could be good in the sense of, like, if you looked at it like, say, a track runner, like, going towards whatever their playoff time is. That's usually when those athletes will hit their peak. So, I mean, if you kind of think about it, by that point of the year, these athletes should be hitting their peak, and then they can prove themselves more in the training camp. But also at the same time, without that break, it's just, I guess we just don't know what kind of toll it's going to take on them.
It also depends on...
Even though these guys are young, but...
It depends also, I think, on the teams of how they do the training camp also. And also, I don't think all of them are going to be, like, main starters. Like, I don't know if any of them are going to be main starters.
No, I mean, obviously DiNucci's going to be a backup behind Russell Wilson.
I mean, at least that's a good thing. Like, he gets a chance. It actually still has that going to be in the NFL type of deal.
Yeah, obviously.
You'll make some NFL money, but you're probably not going to play.
We're not going to be a huge
also, like, if they don't sign this year to the NFL, then what are they going to do? XFL again? And then it's like, the same situation. Do they sign that same year?
Yeah.
Also, if they end up doing pretty all right in like the training camps and end up actually getting some actual first team reps or even just generic playing time during games, that could probably like wear them down. Like by the time if the next season for the XFL rolls around, if they are doing a next season, they're probably going to be a bit exhausted from that after running like an entire NFL schedule.
Mm-hmm. So it could have some good ramifications because they're already in that mid-season form, if you will, or even postseason form for some guys. So that could be a good thing, but also at the same time, the wear and tear on the body could tend to ramp up a little bit. But we'll have to see. Hopefully, again, I hope the XFL comes back next season. It was a great league. I enjoyed it. Its marketing was done very well. Yeah.
As long as you got Dwayne Johnson at the helm, I think it could be okay. Like, he seems to have been a decent commissioner this year.
Right. I mean, but you can only go under in something as major as this so many times as far as monetary wise. But I mean, they have options to make money, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and move on. Actually, real quick, Mastodon, can you read us the final XFL standings from bottom to top?
Okay, from bottom to top. Bottom is Gorlami, 25-19.
Yes, sir.
Also, I do have to give it. We all picked wrong.
Oh, the last, yeah.
Well,
we all
did.
did.
Oh,
Sure.
okay.
Sure.
We all picked BC. I think I took them by 27 or something.
Yeah. Second to last is me at 33-17. Then it's Lob at 33-16. Kadoff is second at 35-11, and Mamba's first at 38-13.
Fuck
Mamba wins. Who would have thought?
Let's go.
My thoughts exactly.
Good old fucking
triple.
Right, the triple. The fucking triple.
Hey, Mamba, I got a new friend for you.
What? Well, funny. If you put these two
together,
that? You could do a double doink.
You can see we are all very childish. So, anyway, yeah. So, congratulations, Mamba. You are now tied with me in league wins for the prediction challenges. I'm 1-0. You're 1-0. Well, I guess you have a win. I have a win.
Let's go.
So yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he's a Bears fan. He has to win at something.
Bro, you
guys never let him win. What do you mean? You guys never let him win.
How unimportant it is. He has to win at
something. You guys are like the Guantanamo Bay guards, just waterboarding somebody in syrup. You didn't let him win.
Look, he does have a point. They have, I mean, their golden age ended when Jim McMahon had his fucking collarbone destroyed on that.
I don't understand how the best quarterback in Bears history was a guy that was legally blind. That is just miraculous to me.
Hey, if you can't see the guy, you can't think about it.
Also, you guys have not had a three. I think it was either 3,000 or 4,000. You guys have never had a 4,000-yard passer in a single season, Mamba. How the fuck has that not happened in the modern day of the NFL? Not even Jay Cutler or Rex Grossman did that. Justin Fields didn't even do that last year.
You're thinking Rex Grossman would have done that. You're thinking Rex Grossman would have done that.
Fields might. Heavy emphasis on might be able to do that a little more development, but I have no idea if he's going to be able to do it, especially with this current receiving core.
And the line. The line is a...
Don't even get me started on
the line is like trying to like drink out of a cheese grater. It's painful and it's full of holes.
There's too many holes.
Yeah, I mean, Darnell probably plugs one, but there's still going to be a bunch more holes on that line still.
All right.
Did not address everything you need.
I think we're going to kind of skim over these. I'm going to look into next week to try and find a better format to looking at the actual stats of these, because I got to hand it to you as well. I've not seen a worse stat sheet than this layup.
Oh.
Yeah, it is. It's very bland. And the fact that we don't know full names of some of these players is also
just K Bahar. Like, I don't. So we're just going to look over these real quick and give our predictions. So we'll have to cover week 4 and 5 because we missed a week because my computer decided to, commit John Lennon. So, Houston Gamblers just blew away the Philadelphia Stars 41-16 in Michigan. I did not expect that. They were one of the worst teams last year. Now they're looking a little bit better. But again, there's a lot of turnover in these leagues. And I'm distraught. Michigan Panthers dropped a dud, losing by 19 to Memphis, giving Memphis their first win of the season. Michigan was technically
at now home. The showboats decide to actually look like a football team.
I guess. Michigan was technically at home. Yeah, I think I picked wrong too. The Breakers are still breaking out all the wins. They won a close 3-point game on Sunday, May 7th against the New Jersey Generals, winning 20-17. That was in Canton, Ohio. Breakers are the only undefeated team left in the USFL. They are 4-0 on the season. At least at this point. They might lose next week as we're covering. Birmingham Stallions, 24. Pittsburgh Maulers, 20 in Canton, Ohio. Again, the Maulers suck. What are we going to do? Speaking of the Maulers, the fucking
Ladies and
timing.
gentlemen, that is what we call perfect timing.
The timing.
Gorlami with the Danucci's. Like, Danucci went off. Shit's
Holy
the bed.
fuck.
Maulers ain't gonna do shit. Beats
Holy
Michigan.
fuck. I just got annihilated on live television.
Did you not even? Did you
I feel
not
like
know?
OJ Simpson in the white Bronco, man. I'm just fucked.
Oh my god.
Did you not know that happened? Like, was this not planned?
No, none of us knew that happened.
To be honest, I don't know why, but I haven't been keeping up with the USFL as much as the XFL. I don't know why, but like I probably will now that it's the only football on. But the Pittsburgh Maulers decided to make a fur carpet out of the Panthers, 23-7 the final score. Again, Michigan getting butt fucked at home in Detroit. Wow.
Not my Stallions.
Houston Gamblers decided to win 2 games in a row. They are now 3-2 on the year, 27-20 the final score against the Stallions at the Stallions' home place in Birmingham. So interesting there. And to wrap up Week 5, the New Jersey Generals 21, Philadelphia Stars 24. Philadelphia Stars getting their second win on the season. New Jersey falling to 2-3. That was in
What
Detroit.
the fuck, New Orleans?
And
New Orleans.
the Memphis show.
I
We don't cover the USFL for like a week. And New Orleans loses. The Maulers go crazy. The Showboats show up. They win the game 17-10, giving the Breakers their first loss of the season.
I have to go on last minute travel tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Is it because they gave up on the Memphis after 2 games and traded to the Breakers? Like, what the fuck?
I don't know.
It's because of
Yeah, of course you go for the team that's doing the best.
Well, I didn't think they would be the best in the league this far, and I just saw 2 wins over 0-2. I'm like, yes.
Now we don't know what to do with these other 4 games, so we're gonna go ahead and give our predictions for the USFL. Go ahead and give us the standings before we start Mastodon.
All right. So last place is Mamba at 10-9.
Oh,
then
the duality of man.
The USFL's been fucking me in the ass, dude.
The second to last is me at 12-7. K-Duff, no, that was Galami's 12-7. K-Duff is 13-7. I'm 13-6, and Lob is 14-6.
Hey, I went up a place.
Also, like Lob went 4-2 this week. Gorlami went 2-2. Mamba went 3-2. I went 3-2, and K-Duff went 2-2.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and start with the predictions, I guess. At
this point, I don't even know.
I don't even. Yeah.
I have no words.
So I think I don't like Pittsburgh. They just beat my team. So I'm gonna take the Showboats by 7 in this one. Memphis versus the Pittsburgh Maulers on Saturday, May 20th.
I'm gonna go Maulers by 7. Just because
Memphis
I don't
by
even
7?
know. Huh?
Memphis by 7? I don't know. That's just me predicting.
Lob's Memphis by 7. I'm Pitt by 7.
No. I said me. My prediction.
I'm stupid. Yeah.
I don't know USFL, so I'm like,
I'll take Memphis by 10.
I'll take Memphis by 7 as well.
Alrighty. Next up, we have Birmingham and Michigan. I gotta take my Michigan Panthers, even though we've struggled the past 2 weeks. So, I think they'll beat Birmingham in a close one by 3. Mamba.
Hey, he's thinking this is actually fucking tough.
Yeah,
I'll try and do the home improvement.
Michigan has disappointed me, so give me Birmingham by 14.
Michigan by 6.
All right. Fuck the Panthers. Fuck Michigan. I'm taking Birmingham by 4. Because Birmingham's my team.
I'll take Birmingham by 10.
Ah, thanks, K-Duff.
You're welcome.
All right. New Orleans Breakers versus Philadelphia Stars, Sunday, May 21st. The Stars still, I think, suck, and the Breakers dropped a game. So interesting, but at the same time, I think the New Orleans Breakers still are a better team right now. I'll take them by 10 against Philadelphia.
Give me New Orleans by. Let's do a higher score number. Let's say 21.
Jesus.
21.
God damn it, Kato.
You can't drive away from Philly.
You can't escape it.
No,
You can't
it's not.
escape it.
No, it's all right. New Orleans by 3. No, it's just it's a meme. It's like, what's 10 plus?
Yeah, we
9?
all know, old
You know?
man. It's fine. We all know. We're all
You
younger than you. We all watched it live. We're all good. We know.
All right, girl. I said New Orleans by 3.
I remember Reggie White when he originally played in the Philadelphia team, and they had the green jerseys. Yeah.
Kelly Green, get it right.
On that note, Corlani.
Anyways, I'll take the Breakers by 14.
Thank you. I'll take Breakers by 10.
Okay, the final game of this Week 6 action in the USFL, the New Jersey Generals play the Houston Gamblers in Memphis, Tennessee. Gamblers have been on a roll, and I'm willing to gamble on them. I'll take them in a close one, winning by 2.
Jesus Christ. Give me
Take down
Houston by
2.
7.
I'll say Houston by 3. Golami?
Bobby?
I'm thinking.
You can hear the...
It's getting stuck. It's getting stuck on like the third turn.
Oh, where's the
I'll
hamster?
take Houston by 10.
Hamster.
Here's what's going into
That's the single brain cell in Gorlami's just like head.
Except the hamster's hammered right now.
Yeah.
You say
Of course it
Houston
is.
by Houston
All
by
right,
10?
pick a team.
If I'm
All
sober,
right,
the hamster's drunk.
fucking.
No, Gorlami. You're not up here.
Oh, right,
Gorlami
yeah.
still hasn't gone yet.
I said Gamblers by 10.
Okay, Gamblers by 10. There we go. All right, Gorlami.
Yeah, I was being-
K-Duff.
being-
I get it. You don't want to listen to me, Lava. It's fine.
Gamblers by 7.
Okay.
It's just my feelings. Not like I don't have any.
Oh,
Alrighty, that wraps up the USFL. I think the last thing we'll look at real quick is the awards for the XFL. There was the play of the year that was a fake punt for a touchdown for the
That was a really good play too.
oh yeah.
for the St. Louis Battle Hawks. The offensive play of the year was quarterback for the DC Defenders, Jordan Tamau. Then defensive play of the year was Patia Temapenu for
He's a Viper too, baby.
Vipers.
The Vipers. I mean,
The
that's
XFL
everyone.
Special Teams Player of the Year was the returner for the St. Louis Battle Hawks, Darius Shepard.
Ooh.
And the
He
Coach
was
of the
cool.
Year, Reggie Barlow of the DC Defenders.
I'm in.
I don't know why they haven't listed it on here, but the MVP, just double.
They
check
didn't
and make
name
sure.
it MVP. It's something weird. Like apparently they didn't name MVP, but everybody's basically saying it's AJ McCarron.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Karen played pretty well.
yeah. Every other sports website has basically said, XFL. Yeah, like Sports Illustrated released this article that said, should the Bills bring back XFL MVP AJ McCarron as a Josh Allen backup?
I mean, they could. Do they have the
So,
roster space for him? don't know who's their
I
backup.
think even if they didn't say he was, I think he is the XFL MVP because, to be quite honest with you, I think they wouldn't have named Ta'amu the Offensive Player of the Year when McCarron had much better numbers. No offense to Ta'amu, he had a great season as well, but at the same time, that's why Cooper Kupp was named the Offensive Player of the Year and they gave the MVP to Rodgers. you don't want to see multiple hardwares go to one guy when two people kind of deserve at least something. So
also, the NFL apparently doesn't want to see MVP go to a non-quarterback. And oh, hello, Mambas.
Mamba here.
Mamba's mama.
Alrighty. I think that about does it for this episode of the Football Stooges. We covered most everything. It's gonna be interesting to see the coming weeks. We're only gonna have XFL news and probably USFL news, and then probably like the 87,000 random fights that Aaron Donald gets into in inter-team scrimmages. So,
and hopefully some updated cover art.
That was honestly probably the most newsworthy thing that Aaron Donald has done since the Super Bowl. He had nothing this year. So take that, asshole. Please don't kill me. Anyway,
I might have jet lag. I might have jet lag next week.
Yeah.
Lob, I think I hear a knock on your door.
No, there's no one there.
He's right behind me, isn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
And all of a sudden you see Lob's face get pounded into his desk.
You just see a hand like come around, but it's like.
All right. But for myself, for Mastodon, for Mamba, for Gerlami, and for K-Duff, thank you for watching this episode of the Football Stooges. Please continue watching. We have a lot more to come, especially we are going to roll in our second season. We're going to have a lot more going. We're going to start a fantasy league with our guys here. Keep you updated on that. We're going to be a little more in-depth with some fantasy stats, how it's coming. We're also going to kind of touch on college football a little bit, some of the major conferences, at least Big Ten, SEC, and the couple other shitter conferences that shouldn't really be in Division I anyway. Don't forget the fact that TCU beat Michigan. I don't care. Anyway, but thank you for tuning into this episode of the Football Stooges. Enjoy the football that you have, because before you know it, it might not really be there. And
until preseason.
Until preseason. But again, preseason football is kind of,
but I love preseason football.
It's all.
You can always watch AFL unless you're.
It's really cheap tickets.
Really cheap.
Yeah, but again, for all the Football Stooges, thank you for tuning in. As always, enjoy the day, enjoy the week, enjoy the month, enjoy the good weather wherever you're at. Hopefully it's good weather, unless you're in Wisconsin. It's probably still snowing. And as always, run the damn ball. Have a good night.
# update the cover art.
Was it?